Hello there, and welcome to this video where I'm going to showcase myself working with a younger client who is 11 years old. Danielle has been dealing with CRPS for quite a while now, and her mom reached out to me in messages on Facebook Messenger. I'm going to go through now a few of the messages that mom had along the way and kind of the progression of how treatment went. And then after that, I'm going to show you our first visit, just a small clip of that showing Danielle in bed during our first visit, not really moving much at all. And then I'm going to show you our most recent visit, our sixth visit, and where Danielle is at now. I think you'll be rather surprised at the progress, but this is kind of how the progression of getting out of CRPS works. There's a lot of fear and worry in the beginning, and overcoming that, overcoming some of the false messaging we get from doctors and the feelings we have about what our body is capable of, is what gets us back to, in this case, hockey, our sport of choice. So kids and teenagers are my specialty. I feel like I can connect with them very, very well. I can also with adults, but of course, I really love kids even more, I would say. So yeah, I'm going to show you kind of what it's like to do this as a parent, and then what it's like to go through it as a teenager, an 11-year-old in this case. Also, when Danielle and I first met, she was having trouble even tolerating her underwear, the band of her underwear on her hip, or the band of her pants on her hip. So there was only like particular sweatpants she would wear because of the pain there. And so that was a big project for us. So in this first message, this was December 11th. This is really unique since we have the messages here. Her mother reached out to me and said, "Hey, this is the lady with the 11-year-old daughter. I'm sure you're very busy, but if you have time, I'd love to talk about her. She's really struggling." And a lot of people are. After we talked, I spoke with her and her daughter at the same time. Danielle decided she was interested in talking with me since I myself have had CRPS. And so I decided to get them on my schedule immediately, and get Danielle fired up. So we ended up scheduling an appointment, and then on the way to that appointment, as time went on, mom was having some worries, some things she wanted to mention. She mentioned that doctors found a defect on L5S1 and they didn't think that caused her pain. And I agree with those doctors. A lot of times we try to blame pain on structures, and very rarely is that the case. So yeah, it's a good thing that the doctor said that, and we kind of ignored that and didn't do something, like surgery or something like that for an 11-year-old, right? Um, then we went ahead and did our first session, and I encouraged us to continue going to school because withdrawing from life is not good, especially not good for 11-year-olds, right? Because she wants to see her friends. She was crying and saying she was in pain, and she was saying that clothing hurts. So I encouraged mom to still try and get her to go, and even if she only makes it to noon, halfway, it's going to count as a win. So, like I said, I encouraged her to go ahead and go, and we'll try and get that positive kid back that mom is missing, because it's hard to be positive when you're in all that pain, right? So she made it until 11 at school, just barely, and she got bumped into in the hallway, which I'll showcase it in the clip from our first video. And so she was having a hard time, but she made it home, and then she went back to bed, and that's totally fine. As long as you're trying a little bit, that's what's going to make the difference. 1% better each day. After that, mom talked about how she lost hope and she wasn't understanding what was happening to her. And so I let mom know that I was going to go ahead and explain it to her in a way that she could understand during our visit. And so I did, and I talked with her, and we connected over squishmallows and stuffed animals. And I had picked up this Hello Kitty in Japan, and so I went ahead and decided to send the Hello Kitty over to them as a bonding experience for me and Danielle, which I thought was cool. She was definitely the perfect person to send this over to. So after that, mom was having a hard time understanding how to communicate with others about what was happening with Danielle, and so I gave her some advice there. She was also having a bit of difficulty understanding what doctors had been saying about not talking about pain levels and how to comfort her child, etc. And so I went ahead and broke that down for her. And this is something I often do in pain coaching. Parents or clients, adult clients will reach out to me And I'll get back to you and I'll send you a voice message. I'll help you understand how to approach things, calm down the worry and the fear, because I believe that's a really important thing that we often miss as medical providers. We miss calming the fears of patients. Sometimes we'll send a message as a patient to a medical provider and they won't get back to us for 3 weeks. That's not good. That doesn't help the patient calm down. And as you know, fear and anxiety are a big part of pain. In fact, fear and anxiety are processed in one of the main brain areas that pain is processed, the amygdala. So I was calming mom down here. I was explaining to her that, it's okay to hold and hug her. That's not going to reinforce the pain message. And just kind of broke down what doctors should have explained better. After that, mom went ahead and said that there's been a lot of ups and downs. She's been able to go to school a little bit. She's been able to go see her basketball team a little bit, but she's still in pain and still having some worries. And so I went ahead and reassured her that this is part of the process. She's going to still have pain. We're only a week in, so things are going to be okay. And Danielle and I talked about what was mentioned in this message too. Okay. So in this message, I was asking Danielle's mom about, what kind of things Danielle has might have read or seen on the internet or what she feels about her doctors. And she said that she felt like a lot of her doctors had dropped her or forgotten her. And that, of course, broke my heart. So I wanted to really try to motivate Danielle on the next visit and help her get hopeful and know that I'm not going to leave. I'm going to stay with her until she gets better. Um, then, as time went on, this is 11 days into our coaching relationship. She was able to go shoot a handful of pucks on 2 occasions, even out in the snow. And she was standing up and so when she shot those pucks, so that was fantastic. Um, Here's a video of her standing up shooting the pucks and also some progress she's had, which was walking around the house without crutches, rocking side to side and standing. She was able to wear a sock for an hour. She was able to put a wrap on her foot for a little bit. She was sitting down while opening Christmas gifts. So this was all a whole bunch of progress that we were seeing. But mom, of course, was still worried. She could only wear certain pants. She still wasn't tolerating car rides, and she still wasn't ready to wash the limb. And this is kind of how it starts. So you're seeing in real time kind of the slow and steady progress of this. It's not going to be an instant fix. Pain coaching is not that. I don't offer that. That's impossible in certain ways. And so we're gradually approaching activity, and we're helping Danielle feel empowered and ready to get back to life. And that's the biggest part for adults and for kids. And then here is the picture of Danielle on New Year's. We had an agreement that on New Year's at midnight, she would wear her hockey skates again. In this picture, they were still untied, but she wore them for 45 minutes, according to mom. So this really made me happy. I was very excited to see this from Danielle, and I knew we were going to hit the ground running from here. I knew it. There's certain moments where you say, okay, here we go. Um, so now, from there, Danielle had been wearing socks most of the weekend. She's been without crutches. She was at the rink during the weekend. She went on the ice with her teammates. She paced herself, took breaks, and she's getting better. Mom is still get really excited to hug her daughter and help her and get over the fear of maybe bumping her leg. And so we decided to work on desensitization today using some KT tape, which is a method that I developed myself. And I do oftentimes with pain coaching clients, especially teens, because kinesio tape is a very common thing used for athletes. And so that kind of reframes the pain condition for the client. They see KT tape as an athletic thing, but really we're using it for desensitizing the sensitive area, having it on the area if tolerable, or even on the mirrored side of the area if tolerable, to help the brain's map update, as I've talked about in some of my other videos. Okay, and here we're turning the corner. Mom is able to touch the leg and foot just above the knee. She was able to massage it, which is amazing. She did an off-ice practice with her hockey team, passing and shooting on Thursday. No crutches at school at all on Friday. There's a couple more things that mom would like to be worked on, like muscles and things like that. So we did that in the next visit. We worked on her glute muscles. We got her doing exercises that activate the glute. And so yeah, she's getting ready to return to hockey. No restrictions. And then another great update, she was able to go work with her skating coach for 12 minutes. She was able to wear the KT tape. She was able to do a lot of things. And now the last thing is we're going to start working on her walk and her gait because since she was protecting the leg and lifting it up and not touching it to anything, she needs to get her hip strong again. This is not because the muscles did not waste, quote unquote, waste away because CRPS is some sort of venom or demon. They got weaker because she wasn't using them. Just as my arm would get weaker if I taped it to my chest, okay? And so we're strengthening them up. We're getting them ready. And I explained that to mom and how she's going to do great. And you can see she said, "Thanks for your encouraging words." And so that's what we really need. We need encouragement. We need reassurance, both as adults and kids. Okay. And then that's it. So after now, I'll show you the video of our one of our first visits when her classmate bumped into her at school, and she's talking about it with me. She's still in bed for our first 2 or 3 visits. She was in bed most of it. And then I'm going to show you the video of our most recent visit. And just so you know, Danielle will go back to hockey practice today. So this is Tuesday. So she'll go back to hockey practice for the first time today. Take it slow and see how it goes. I know she's going to do great. Even if she goes to hockey practice and it's a little hard at first, of course it is. You know, when we get back into something that we haven't done for a while, it's hard. And she knows that. We reinforce that she's a great athlete and she's going to do just fine. I know it. So here is Breaking Free. This is episode 3 of this series, and this is Danielle. Thanks for watching. All these, who gets you all these squishmallows?
Birthdays and stuff.
Nice. So
Like
mom primarily or your brother?
a lot
Or
of
both?
people.
Nice. Okay. So,
My friend actually got me this. It's a giant pink kitty.
oh my goodness. That is
It's a
that's like as
squishmallow. It's the biggest size you can get.
okay, I'm gonna give me a second. I'm gonna look up how big they can get. Biggest
Squishmallows.
squishmallow. Oh my goodness. I might have to get this one of these for my sister as a joke. She's like 24, but I think it'd be really funny
Yeah, so you should see a lot of people on YouTube.
with it.
This
That's cool.
girl has a world record and she has like hundreds of them. I have like 13.
Wow. Well, I
And
I
the
think
thing
you're
that I have right now is this.
oh, that's cute. That's
It's a
a
hedgehog that I got when I was in the hospital.
so you were in the hospital. How long were you in the hospital for?
1 week.
1 week. That's pretty intense, huh? Did it freak you out?
Eh.
It freaked me out.
Mostly because they had to wake me up very early for medicines because they were at specific times.
Hmm.
And one time, a nurse woke me up at like 5 in the morning to do blood work.
Oh my gosh. And sometimes they're not very compassionate, are they? Like sometimes they'll just
Quiet. Sometimes they're not very quiet. Or they're like, "Hey, I gotta do blood work." Like right in
hmm.
my ear, and I'm like fast asleep. I'm like, huh? It's too early for this.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that for sure. I have tattoos, but I'm when it comes to shots or anything, I'm not a fan.
Yeah, I don't like shots either. So does my brother. He doesn't like them, but I'm fine with like blood work and IVs.
Oh, well, look at you. That's pretty tough. That's even worse than shots for me.
It's the straw.
Yeah.
They couldn't get a good vein on my arm, so they had to do it like right next to my hand
Oh, wow. That'd be hard.
at a hospital.
Mm. So I know a little bit about you because I've talked to your mom a little bit. What do you know about me?
Not much.
Not much. Okay. So I am a physical therapist by trade, but I specialize in the treatment of complex regional pain syndrome. So that is your diagnosis, am I right?
Yes.
Yeah, and the reason I decided to specialize in that treatment is because I had it 10 years ago. And I dealt with it for a few years. And back then, no one really understood it at all. And everyone was kind of like a little scared of it, those kinds of things. And so I had to kind of figure it out myself to get out of
Check
pain.
it out.
And
Some
what,
doctors weren't very helpful.
yeah, and
The
that's
doctor that I
unfortunately,
went
that's still
to,
true.
I was in pain that day and I was on crutches hopping. And then he said, uncooperative, couldn't
Mm,
assess. I don't think
uh-huh.
uncooperative is the right word.
Not
More
at
like
all.
insane.
Yeah. Yeah, if you were a patient that I saw like in the hospital, I would say um couldn't test today due to patient's extreme pain. You know. We'll
Today
try
I
again
didn't get
later.
far.
What's
Today I
that?
didn't get far in school because a boy was running wildly in the hallway. He was in
Mhm.
sixth grade, the same grade as I am in. And then he hit me from behind, and it sent a shock of pain through my leg and through my back.
Oh my goodness. But you still made it to 11 o'clock, right?
No,
What
I
time you?
like my mom picked me up at 11, but I went to the front office at like 9:30.
Okay. Well,
I
technically,
went
since
there
you're
at like 8:30 or something because
hmm
it was late.
and he bumped into you around 9:30 or 9.
Yeah, 9:30 because we were going to church for confession.
Well, I will say that even though you were technically like not in class, you were at the school till 11, so I count that as a win.
Heck.
Okay? And not every day you're not going to get bumped into every day. So you might have the capacity to start going little by little more. Um,
A
the
little
reason
true, but not true
okay, what's tell me what
because I can't bend my leg for that long.
hmm
So what happens is since our desks are together, some people will accidentally kick it.
your leg because you put it out to the side
Yeah.
or what?
I like put it out under my desk, and it's still under my desk.
But they'll still hit
Um,
it because it's like straight out.
yeah,
Gotcha.
I can't really bend it for that long.
Well, that's something we're gonna have to practice then, isn't it?
Hmm.
Because you need to bend your leg for hockey. I heard you're pretty good at that.
Sure. I have
Um,
a bunch of medals and trophies and like medals sitting up there, and then I have trophies over there.
so you got more medals and trophies than you do squishmallows.
No, actually,
No.
yeah, but including toys, then no. I have a mini
Gotcha.
avocado.
Nice. I see a big avocado there too, I think, huh?
Big avocado, little avocado.
That's cute. Have you seen that Christmas video where he's like, an avocado, thanks? Have you seen that?
Yes, where it's like the prank one, and they just like wrap it in like duct tape, and they think it's something important, and then they just find it as avocado.
Uh-huh. But he's still appreciative.
Me
Which
too.
is good.
Like avocado, thanks. And I also have a kitty, one of this.
Oh, I love it. Very
He's from a
cute.
show.
From a
I
show? What
don't
show?
I don't remember his name, but he's basically an egg yolk. It's a
That's cute.
living egg yolk.
That's cute.
I
Okay,
have a bunch
so
of stuffed animals sitting above me. It's sort of creepy how they can like look down.
they're watching your every move.
Yep, they have cameras so the government can spy on me. Hi, government.
So when it comes to CRPS, what do you think is happening to you?
I don't know. The
That's scary,
doctors
huh?
haven't really explained it to me.
hmm So
Every doctor I saw, they're just like, "Oh yeah, it's just like pain and stuff." So
that's
that's basically all the thing that I got. I haven't
okay.
gotten much.
So would you like me to explain it to you in a way that is understandable?
Sure.
Okay, so your body has a alarm system, okay? That's called your nervous
Firefly?
system. Yeah, that's part of it. Um, that's your brain, your spinal cord, and all the nerves in your body, okay? This alarm system works kind of like a house, okay? So, for example, if you were at your house and you and your mom started seeing on the news that there was a lot of like break-ins in the neighborhood, what would you do to protect your house?
Hmm. I would grab my hockey stick.
Okay, so you might grab some
It
weapons.
hurts.
Yeah. So you could do
Guinea
that. You could,
pigs, why? Because they're basically an alarm system.
what do you say,
Anytime
pigs?
like someone, guinea pigs.
Oh, okay.
Anytime like someone walks in the house, they're like, "Wee!"
Okay, so
So I
you'd get
could get in quietly.
so you'd get guard guinea pigs and your hockey stick.
No, I already have guinea pigs.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so you're already set up. Okay, so
Two of them.
then that's like a start, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then let's say you start to notice outside the house, you see like people walking around like in the bushes, right? What would you have to add to your house then to protect it more?
Turn off the lights and close the curtains.
Yeah, so you could do some like stealth mode. You could
No one's
also add,
home.
right? You could add cameras, right? You could add
Yeah.
motion sensors, lasers. Okay, you could build a moat around the house.
Now you're just turning it into a military base.
Right. So yeah, so you're upgrading your alarm system into this like intense thing, right? So if you do that with a house, eventually it's so upgraded that it's upgraded too much. Okay, so like let's say you get up out of bed and you just step on the floor, your whole house like goes crazy. The lasers, the guinea pigs, everything's going nuts, right? Okay, so that's what we call an overactive alarm system in a house. The interesting thing is that can happen in the body too. Okay? So your pain is something that should be helpful. Like if I cut myself with something and I want my hand to hurt so that I can get a band-aid or some stitches or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm not injured and I'm having pain, that's not a fun and that is called an overactive alarm system. So that's what hold on, my camera's freaking out. Give me a second. There we go. So that's what CRPS is. Your alarm system, much like the military base house, for some reason has gotten overexcited. Does that make sense? So you've had a lot of tests and imagings and hospital stays and everything looks
I
okay, but
had one CT scan, like five MRIs,
hmm
two X-rays, and that's it, I think.
yep. So that's a lot of
And
stuff,
blood
right?
work.
And a lot of the great thing about that stuff is that everything came back okay, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the bad thing is we still have pain. Okay. So what that means from knowing those things is that the body is good and strong, but we need to calm down the pain so we can go back to things like our hockey and school and enjoying life again, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's a process by which we need to do that. So we need to downgrade the alarm. We need to fill in the moat, take the lasers away. We can keep the guinea pigs and the hockey sticks. That's fine. Um, but we need to calm the alarm down. Okay. So we're gonna do that slowly. And the way that I like to think about this is, have you ever seen those YouTube videos of like the little stray cats?
Yeah.
You have? Okay. So, oh, give me a second. Oh, okay. Someone came to the door. I had to check my camera. So in those videos, the cats are like really freaked out, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of like crouched like this, like in the corner, and the rescuers are like really far away. What do you think would happen if you just went up to the cat and just like tried to grab it?
They would probably bite.
It would bite or scratch the crap out of you, right?
Yes, because you
Okay.
aggravated it.
Yes, too fast, right? But what you notice about in these videos is what do the rescuers do? They slowly approach it. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
they throw some food towards it. They try to pet it
They
really
let it
gently.
smell you. They
Let
let
it
it smell you, so then it's like, oh, they're friends, not foes.
yes, they let it smell you so the cat goes, "Oh, this is safe," right? Okay, so CRPS is the same way. Okay, so you need to the parts of your body that are in pain, we're gonna approach those like a stray cat, essentially, okay? Very slowly, very gently, and we're gonna do things that are meaningful to us. So, for example, you like hockey, right?
Hmm.
Do you like hockey? I want to make sure.
Yes.
You love hockey, right? Okay.
Hmm.
So, some of the exercises that I think would be good for you at home, to help calm down the pain that you're having in your hip and your leg, is to, maybe from a seated position or maybe even just laying there on the bed, get your hockey stick or the puck and see if there's some sort of maybe some balance drills you can do with the puck or different things you can do to start to get used to moving again and calming down that alarm system. Does that make sense?
We tried something like it.
You did. What did you do?
It was at the physical therapist, and she was like she sort of like touched my leg very gently and sort of like tried to move it.
Mm-hmm.
But that didn't work, and we also tried acupuncture, but it was in my back.
Mm-hmm.
So that just sent off the whole alarm system.
Yeah, for some people
And the
that
acupuncturist actually fled the room
oh no.
because because he didn't know what was happening.
Yeah, people who haven't been through it or treated CRPS don't know and they get worried, but it's simpler than people think. As
Yeah,
someone who's
he
had it.
sort of said at the beginning before he tried it, "Oh yeah, I'm confident I can help you."
And then he ran away. That's frustrating. That'd be hard and scary to experience. So I like some of the ideas your physical therapist has been having, and for some people that stuff might work, but for you that might have been too much too soon. Okay? So what I want to do is we don't even have to necessarily start with touching the leg. I just want you to start with getting your hockey stick out and trying to practice some of your skills in a whether it's laying down or sitting down, whatever you can do. You just take that stick, balance the puck, do some drills, modified drills. That's going to do two things for you, okay? That's going to help your muscles start to get moving again. And it's also going to help you start to practice for hockey tryouts because those are in March, right? Okay, so we got,
Actually, uh, April because oh no, March because they moved it for some reason.
well,
I always think April because it's on my birthday,
when's your birthday?
April 23rd.
Okay, I'll remember.
It's
Uh,
always like 22nd and 23rd and maybe 24th if they want to see you again.
gotcha.
But
Well, I,
they probably don't want to. I don't know.
well, we've got 3 months. What, one, two, wait, January, February, March. We've got about 3 months and 2 weeks to get you ready to go do your tryouts. Okay?
And also my brother he's in college and he's getting his like okay no you can be a personal trainer.
Oh, for real? Your brother?
Mhm. Yeah,
Hey, heck yeah, that's
he plays
awesome.
hockey too. He's
Yeah.
a goalie. He did injure his hip, but not in the same way as I did.
Mm-hmm. What hip?
He said I the right hip.
Same as you,
But
right?
for some reason I think it's the right hip, I don't know. But for some reason hip problems run in the family. So my dad hurt his hip and then my brother hurt his hip all at
Mm-hmm.
different times and then I hurt my hip.
Well, it looks like you guys are what's funny about that is back problems, quote unquote, run in my family. And I had before I got had CRPS, I had some back pain like that. Um, so yeah, I get it. But the good news is the body's really resilient and it heals, okay?
The power that made the body heals the body.
You're exactly right. And guess what? I don't know if people have told you this, but CRPS gets better. You know that?
I've told me it, but in a different way.
What do they say?
They said CRPS can get better, but it's going to take a while.
It depends. So I had a patient who was 14 when she came to me and she had been let down by some doctors like you have, right? For a few years. And she came to me and she didn't believe what I what I was saying. But after dealing with it for 4 years, she got better in about 5 months. Okay. And she couldn't even wear a sock on her foot, and now she's racing horses. Do you know what barrel racing is?
Yes.
She does that now. Um,
My friend told me that he actually jumps horses.
that's awesome.
He does horse. She does horse shows.
So imagine yourself as someone who's dealing with CRPS right now. That's a possible thing for you. Isn't that cool?
Yeah,
Um,
and also I play four sports:
what else do you
ice
do besides
hockey,
hockey?
ice hockey, basketball, swimming, and softball.
Well, we've got a lot of things to get you back to, don't we?
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Alrighty.
What, what's
That's
that face? Danielle, you don't look so excited to see me.
she slept hardcore. It's like the first active day she's had in like months. So
Oh yeah? What all did you do
yesterday.
today?
So well, no, like yesterday, she
Yesterday.
from the basketball.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I played three basketball games.
No way?
So all right, I'm gonna let you all talk, and I'll catch you at the end.
Hmm.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right.
So tell me about this basketball games. What'd you do?
I played in three of them.
No way. So no wonder you were sleeping so much.
Every time my mom tried to get up, uh, when my mom got up, she saw me like sleeping.
Well, so you were playing in these basketball games. How did it go? How did you feel?
It was okay. The first two games were a little. The first game was rough. The second game was a little rough, and the third game was a little rough.
Okay, so it sounds like it got better as you went, or it got worse as you went.
At the end of the game, after I was in pain.
Hmm. But during it, you did okay.
Hmm. And I scored
Okay.
three baskets in the last one.
No way. How many times did you dunk?
No dunking yet.
No dunking yet. We'll get there, right?
Yeah, but I think I know what helped me like jump and stuff.
What's
At
that?
the last game, I started this thing where I would jump, where at first I would like rotate my hip to open the gate and then close the gate, and then I would like swing my knee like this,
Uh-huh.
and then I did like little like jumps like this,
Okay.
standing
So,
up.
so that's like an exercise you were doing?
Yeah, sort of like jump roping without jump rope.
Nice. Do you have a jump rope?
No,
Would
I
you want to
think so.
get
I
one?
don't know.
You
I
could
don't
get
know if
one.
I have a jump rope.
Okay, well maybe ask mom for one. That'd be kind of a good activity to get your jumping going. Strengthen up that leg. Okay. And then hockey, how'd that go?
I didn't play.
Didn't play, but you did some. Oh. Sorry, stuff with a coach, didn't you?
So I did lesson with my coach, and we're making a surprise, but on Tuesday, I am going to practice.
That's awesome. How do you feel about that?
A little
Eh,
nervous.
a little nervous. Walk me through it. What's making you nervous?
Mostly just sort of landing on my hip.
Yeah. Okay. And if you did land on your hip, what do you think's gonna happen?
Shot of pain to my hip.
And then what? Do you think it's gonna stay there forever, or do you think it's gonna go down?
I'll probably ask my coach if I could like take a break on the bench.
Hmm. Take a break, and then you could do some of your exercises with the open the gate, close the gate, right?
Mhm.
Loosen the hip, do a stretch.
And I may play next weekend
Oh
after the
yeah?
two practices because I have practice on Tuesday and Thursday.
Do you have next weekend, do you have like a tournament or anything of that sort, or is it just a game?
I don't know.
Not sure yet.
Yeah, I don't really know. I don't know. I also don't really keep track of the schedule.
That's fair. You just know you got some hockey coming up. You want to know something crazy that's happening in Houston?
Hmm.
We're getting snow. That never
Well, that's
happens.
surprising.
Yeah, and so guess what? I have the whole week of work off. They shut down the whole city.
Well,
Guess how
people
much?
over, well, the people over in Michigan, the kids are going to school when there's like 6 feet of snow.
Uh-huh. And
Six,
guess how much snow we're gonna get?
what?
Maybe an inch. Like no snow at all, and they're shutting it all down.
Wow.
Uh-huh. Pretty silly, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Our
I'm
snow
I
is starting to melt, and we're supposed to get 3.21 inches of snow.
of snow. That's it's not much
Yeah,
compared to what you guys normally get, right?
depends how cold it is.
Yeah.
42 is freezing, then we'll probably get like, I wouldn't say a lot of snow. I wouldn't say a little.
Yeah.
It's a lot for our place.
Sure. Well, what I want to do today. Well, first of all, I'm super proud of you because you did basketball and some hockey stuff, and you're gonna do hockey this week. You're a monster. You're so strong at this stuff. I'm just shocked every day, every time I see you. You know
Today I
that?
went skating with my friend.
And you went skating today?
Yeah. It
Okay,
was
which
more
for
than half an hour, but we did take like 3 breaks.
yeah, who
Not
what
because
friend
of
was this?
me, just because we were tired.
So your friend was tired too.
Yes.
Well, then you look at that. You're just as good as your friend. Does your friend play hockey or no?
No.
Okay, what
She's
friend is
still
this?
learning how to skate. She knows how to skate, but um she's pretty good at it.
Okay. Sorry, I keep yawning. I didn't have enough coffee today. I
I
ran
look
out of
over and then I look back and then you're just like yawning on the desk like, ah.
Yeah, usually I have more coffee, but my coffee creamer ran out, and I love the creamer.
Unacceptable.
Okay, so what's this friend's name that you went skating with?
Arabella.
Arabella. Okay. Well, that's cool. I'm glad you guys went skating. It looks like you're practicing to get ready for hockey practice, and that's on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and Thursday also.
Yep.
Okay, and then it's game time. Nice. This is awesome. When I first met you, we were barely putting on a skate. Now you're about to go play hockey.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about that? Did you know this was going to happen? Not sure.
Mm, don't
I
know.
knew. I knew. That's a secret I'll tell you. I knew it was going to happen. Okay. Well, I'm excited. What we should do today is we should do some exercises to strengthen up your hip. Because guess what? If we fall on our hip and it's strong, it won't hurt as much. Okay. No matter what, if we fall on our hip, it's probably going to hurt a little bit. If I go yeet myself into the floor right now, my hip will probably hurt, right?
Yeah, no matter what, if you like forcefully do it on purpose, then it's gonna hurt.
Yeah. And if we get knocked over on some hard ice, then of course it's going to hurt. But the stronger it is, the less it hurts, right? Okay, so let's start with your absolute favoriteest, most favorite exercise ever, which is 15 squats. I know. It's your best and most favorite. No, I think you're pretty good at them.
That's because my brother makes me do, when he's home, sometimes he'll make me do Sally up, Sally down.
Oh yeah, what's that? That's squats too.
Bring Sally up, bring Sally
Upside
down.
down.
You can
Uh-huh.
do it with any workout.
Okay. Well, that's
And
perfect for
like it's a
squats.
timer that goes up. And sometimes it'll be like you'll have to hold it for a period of time. And like
Mm-hmm.
as you get into it's like 3 minutes and 15 seconds.
Mm-hmm. That's
Yeah.
pretty intense. Sounds like your
Imagine
brother's
doing
a
like push-ups
that'd be hard. Well,
or lunges.
we're gonna do squats today. We're gonna do lunges. We're gonna do those Bulgarian one leg squats. You remember those?
Bulgarian split squat.
Yep. We're gonna do some bridges, and then we'll see where we're at after that. See how
Okay.
cooked you're feeling.
What? I was listening.
Yeah, you ready? Well, we'll start. We'll do one round of 15 each, okay?
Sure.
Okay. You got this. Squats first.
Okay.
Not flossing, squatting.
I was doing that dance from TikTok. Wait, then that music.
It,
My friend and I do it back and forth, even when I was on crutches.
how'd you
I'd be
feel
like,
when how'd you feel when TikTok got shut down and then brought back?
my, I don't really go on TikTok. I just know a lot of things from TikTok.
Oh, okay.
And
So
I
you
was
didn't
like,
even notice.
really? Why are you shutting down one of the most popular things?
I
That's how
know,
people
that's what I'm
express
saying.
themselves.
Right? That's what I'm
I
saying.
love this guy, this YouTuber. His name is Ryan Lombard, and one of them was he asked a question to a teacher, which was still him, just in a different costume. Um, he said, "Sir, why do we need school?" And then the teacher was, then other him, teacher, was like, "What kind of stupid question is that?" And then he said, "Well, hear me out." And then the teacher replies, "Where are you going to learn math?" Calculator. R writing, texting.
Uh-huh.
Um, grammar, everything's shortened anyways. GTG, GTG, IDK, IDC, IDR, and others. And then they're like, what about drama? And then he was like, seriously? Ever heard of this thing called TikTok?
So
So
that so
true.
he so what the teacher say? Did he say you're right? Go home? Or did it just
No,
end?
at the end, he like stands up and then he's holding like a calculator because at the end he says, "What about math?" And then he stands up, he walks over to the teacher's desk and slams it on the desk. The teacher falls off his chair and he's like, as he climbs back up, and then he's like, not the worst enemy, calculator.
That sounds like I think I've heard that skit described to me before by another uh, client I work with. He's about your age too. There you go. All right, so you can do 15 flosses and then 15 squats. Let's get after it. There you
One,
go.
two,
Nice.
three.
This is a good warm up for the hips, I think.
You want me to do the rock, or is this his rocking?
Yep, hey, that works. That's what you got to do
I sort of
to
lost track of count.
that's five, three more. One, two, three. There you go. Okay, 15 squats. Wait a minute. You can go lower than that.
What?
You can go lower than that. If it helps to balance, you can hold your hands up here.
I prefer them down here.
Okay. You can put them on your hips too. That's another one people like. Yep.
That's my hips.
Looks like you're about to do the chicken dance. Like this. There you go. 15 chicken dances.
15 chicken squats.
There you go. Okay, are you keeping count?
No.
Come on now.
I think
All right.
I had like seven.
Yeah, seven more. What'd you so you did some basketball this weekend? What do you got going on this week besides hockey? Just school?
We don't have school on Monday.
Oh yeah, 3-day weekend. Let's go. What are you gonna do?
I don't know. Probably hang out with my friend,
Okay.
Arabella.
Okay. Skating again
Cause
or what?
huh?
You guys gonna skate again or what?
No, we're probably gonna do something different.
Okay. You got a trampoline park around there?
Not that I know of.
That'd be cool to go to, jump on
But
the
I've gone
trampoline.
to so many trampoline parks that we just collect the socks. So we don't buy them.
Yeah.
Urban Air, another place. Urban Air is a very fun place.
Yeah, it is fun. We got some of those around here. All right, I think you've done enough chicken squats at this time.
Yeah.
Let's do 15, well, 10 each leg lunges, so 20 total. You got this. I see that pure excitement in your eyes.
Does this look like excitement?
For you, yeah. For most, no.
I was watching YouTube shorts and one of them was, are you one of those people who has to like raise their eyebrows to actually look like happy? Because your resting face looks menacing.
And is that you?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I have sort of many resting faces.
Yeah.
One of the popular ones is just this.
Uh-huh. That's you just normal, huh?
Yeah, and then like at school, I'm like,
They've got a slang term for that, a
my
resting face
resting
like
face is
that.
menacing, so I had to. This term is my resting face is menacing, so I had to raise my eyebrows.
Uh-huh. You counting?
Yes, I'm done.
Uh-huh. Are you sure? You fibbing me? Okay. No, okay. All right, you know what's next. You got oh, you choose what's next. It's either bridges or Bulgarian split squat.
Bulgarian.
Okay, saving doing the worst one first, huh?
Sure.
Or do you like this one?
Absolutely not.
I don't think anybody does. It's a tough one.
Tough?
Yeah, some people think it's hard.
I don't.
Okay, well, that's good. That's just the athlete in you.
All you need to do is just know how to balance
True.
on one leg.
You can do them all 15 in a row on one and then switch if you want to, instead of alternating, or you can alternate. Either's fine. It's challenging, huh?
Nope.
No, you got this. That's the spirit. See, that's why I knew you were gonna be getting better because you got that intensity about you. It's that athlete spirit.
For some reason, my coach, like, one of my coaches like to call me the babysitter of the team because I'm the tallest.
Because you're the tallest. Well, do you keep them in line too? I feel like you would keep them in line.
No.
No? You just let them get out of line?
Yeah, I honestly don't really care.
Okay.
I'm done on this leg.
Okay. You got it. This is how we get it stronger. Are you gonna sneeze or does it hurt?
No, my knee is just like held.
Yeah, that'll do it to you. If you need to take a break on your way through, go ahead.
Because my knee sometimes after I like do a lot of movement, it's like, yeah, I give up.
What's something you can do to do a cool down for the knee? What are some relaxing knee activities you can think of?
My
Yeah.
dad used to do this, but I don't think you can see it.
When you bend your knee back and forth.
It's a different one. The one that I do for bending my knee is like this.
Uh-huh.
It's more controlled, but the one that I do to cool it down is just let it like swing.
Okay. Just like let it go limp kinda.
Sure.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. That's good. That's a good
Yeah,
remedy when it gets tight. Okay, you finish that? Okay, do you remember the bridges?
sadly, yes.
This is what you love. I remember
No,
you
I
telling
don't.
me one day you were like, Chase, I love these exercises. They are the best.
I don't remember saying that, but no.
I vividly remember you gave me a list and you said these are the ones I want to do every time.
Don't you record them so then I can just watch them?
Yeah, I lost that recording.
Nah, liar, liar.
Yeah, but I remember.
No.
I swear it. Nice. Are you still able to sit with your legs crossed and stuff? Been back in your
You mean
normal
this?
sitting stance? Oh yeah, that looks even better than last week.
I sometimes like to do it like this,
Uh-huh.
or my
That's
foot can
awesome.
just rest on top. It's like that one where you try to put both of your legs on top.
Yeah, that one's intense. I've tried that before. I don't think I can get that.
And also, one of the things I don't really like when some people do is the one where you're like the butterfly and then you go down.
Yeah.
I took like I took a class with my brother and my dad for kung fu because my dad's been trying to get me into it.
Mhm.
So one of the ones we were going down, and I went down as far as I could, and then the guy walks around us, like walks past us and like around, and then again, then he pushes us down. After the class, I was like, uh, and when he did it to my dad, he was like, oh,
So that was a bit of an intense stretch. I remember my basketball coach doing that to me when I was a kid.
yeah, but that class was a while ago.
Yeah. Does it feel good to be able to sit like that again? Like this?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I bet you were missing it when you were having trouble there.
Because when I play on my iPad, I usually like to sit like this or like this.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
I
I'm
like
happy we're
to wear
back.
hats.
Okay.
But this is my
Did you finish your bridges or did I interrupt you?
I finished my brushes.
Well, that was quick. Do you know what a wheel is? Have you ever seen that?
No,
Want me to show you?
sure.
It's kind of fun. It's kind of more fun than a bridge. Okay, I have shorts on, so fair warning. You'll see my legs. All right, here it is. This is a wheel. So I'll do a bridge first, and then I'll show you how to change it, okay? Let's see. Okay, here's the bridge. Like this. Okay? And then if you
Mm-hmm.
want to do a wheel, I'm going to turn around so I can use the wall a little bit, because I'm probably not as bendy as you. You're going to put your hands up like this, and you're going to go like this.
You need a bridge?
Back down. That's a wheel. So I'm not as flexible, so let me show you again. Bridge like this, okay? Wheel is like this. See how my arms get involved?
Yeah, but yeah, it looks weird to me because they used to call it bridge.
They used to call it bridge also. So the difference
Yeah,
is,
because like it would be like that bridge.
okay. So this is like a half wheel, and so in some yoga classes they'll call it wheel. But do you think you can do that bridge wheel version? Do you think you're able to do that?
I'll try.
Give it a shot. Let's
And
see.
which way do you think I'm laying slash sitting?
So just lay the same way that you were when you were doing the bridges before.
No, I
Just
mean
bring
right,
your hand.
like right now. Do you think I'm laying
Uh,
or sitting?
I think you're laying. Oh my goodness. And your hip feels fine when you do that? Look at you. You're this is Danielle coming back to life, right?
Sure, we'll say that.
I love it. That's awesome.
And I've taken on a new hobby.
What's that?
I'll show you.
Okay.
So I call it, so basically I make puppets
Mm-hmm.
out of paper.
Whoa. Here, come up closer so I can see. Oh my gosh, that's cool. That looks like toothless.
It's galaxy themed because my friend wanted it. I made it for her and I'm gonna give
Nice.
it to her. And my first ever one is a two-sided one. So sometimes they'll have this on both sides, but this one only has one side.
Okay.
And then my first ever one is this.
Come scoot closer so it doesn't blur out. I gotta see your face too, I think. Like scoot closer and hold it like around your chest. Oh wow, that's cool. Nice. You're so creative. That's awesome. What made you
And
start
then
doing
I
that?
have made another one. I made it last night. This one I call the elemental, fire and wind,
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
and then water and earth.
They need to get you on designing some dragons for the How to Train Your Dragon live action. I think that'd be sweet.
And all of these do move.
Yeah, let me see. That is so cool. Where'd you learn that? Did you teach yourself?
Sorta, kinda. It's all, you can search them all up. More, there's people that are more talented than me.
Well, if you just started doing this, I'd say you're pretty darn talented too.
I started doing this, I think, last week? Don't know.
Last week and you're that good?
Yeah, I've only made three. But I do have some puppeteering gloves. They're made out of old socks.
There you go. Can you do the voice? Can you do the ventriloquist voice?
For which one?
You know when you do the puppet and you don't move your mouth and you're like, hmm. That's pretty good. I love it. Very cool. All right, what do you think? Can you do some of those wheel bridges?
I can try.
Let's give it a shot. That'll be good to strengthen that hip up. Oh, amazing. You're even better than me. What'd you feel there?
I crack on my knee.
Cracks will happen. Listen to this. Ready? You hear that?
Every time my dad moves his knee, it's like
My ankle does that sometimes.
my
Let's do
wrist
two.
does that.
Oh yeah, I wonder if I can do that. A little bit.
That's
You
also
can't
because I
probably.
broke it.
Ah. Okay, I want two more of those wheels. Let's see it.
Okay.
You can do this. Then that'll be it, and we'll be able to call mom in for a recap.
Okay, I haven't done a so-called wheel in a very long time.
Well, you're doing it, and it's showing us how strong your hip is. Uh-huh.
Ah,
Okay. Uno más.
one more.
One more. You got it. Look at that. You know
I
Spanish now.
understand Spanish. Some Spanish.
Oh, okay. Last one. The home stretch. Let's do it. Ah, amazing. And now you're dead.
My knee is killed.
That's okay. Remember, when we do new stuff, sometimes we get a little sore. We feel some new sensations, right?
Okay. Oh,
All right, now that you're tired, you want to get mom and we can tell her the recap?
sure. Come on. You can come in. Ow.
Okay.
Oh, let's see.
So she did great. We did
A wheel.
squats, lunges, uh Bulgarian split squats, bridges and a wheel now, which is a advanced bridge. Do you know what that
Okay.
is?
Let's see if
Yeah,
I
show
show me.
mom.
Uh,
Also known as a bridge.
okay.
Okay, so she's those will be some exercises she can do each day.
Okay.
And then she was saying she was doing a little warm up kind of thing at basketball, which was the open the gate, close the gate,
Yeah.
some hops. If you guys have one at home,
Uh-huh.
I don't think it'd be a bad idea to use a jump rope. If you don't have one, pick one up maybe.
A jump rope normally.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Because that, I mean, that is going to be better than any like direct exercise. That's a very dynamic movement for her hip and leg.
Mhm.
So that would be really good.
Okay.
Um, what what face is that, Danielle?
I don't
You
know.
want you want to see my face, the funny face that I
Hmm.
do? You ready? There you go. Mom's got it.
I can do it too.
Okay, let me see. Oh, you got it. There you go. So, anyways, she's doing great. I'm excited to see how she does with hockey this week.
Okay.
Um, I've got. Let me show you this because this is what's coming to you guys. We've got the t-shirt here on the front,
Uh-huh.
and then on the back it says "It is your power."
Cool.
Okay, so you'll be able to get that and rock it at practice if you want to or wherever.
That's
Um,
awesome.
when you get it, if you could make me a video if you're up for it with your phone saying the motto, "Pain is not my prison, it is my power." I'm gonna put you in a little montage, motivational thing with some other of my clients if you're up for it. What do you think?
Sure.
That would be cool.
All right, it'll
Yeah.
be sweet. And then
Give
I wanted to
everyone.
ask you guys one thing as well. This visit is very different than some of the other ones I've had. If you've seen them on YouTube and stuff,
Okay.
um, if you're open to it, and it's okay to say no, no problem. But if you're open to it, I'd love to put this today on YouTube, the exercises we did, so that other kids that I might be working with or thinking about working with me can see what we're doing. So maybe that reduces their fear of doing pain coaching. What do you think?
Sure.
So-
Okay. Yeah, let's chat about it. Yeah.
okay, yeah, mom, mom, you let me know.
Okay.
And that works good. Uh, yeah, that's pretty much. I think
Don't
we're
get up
good
like
for
that.
this next week. You keep
Hang on,
doing
hang
those
on.
exercises and try hockey, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. All right. That sounds good.
Okay.
Okay. You're gonna send the list of things to work on.
Yep, I'll send it. So it's going to be let me run through it real quick. So every day we're going to be doing twice per day, 15 squats, 15 lunges, 15 Bulgarian split squats, 15 bridges and 5 wheels.
Five
Okay?
wheels. What were the
Yep.
wheels?
The thing she showed you at the end,
Oh, okay. Oh, right.
Yeah.
Bridge versus the arch. Okay, yeah.
the full
Yeah,
arch. Yep.
we also used to call them bridges.
Yeah.
Yeah. So bridge number two, you could call them. And then the other thing is picking up a jump rope if you don't already have one, because I think
Yeah.
doing that a little bit each day would be good. And then
I was thinking of something, what I was saying about the game and stuff, like some sort of jumping with impact to get the feeling there.
yeah, she
This.
could bring, yep, she could bring the jump rope as a warm up, or she could just do it at home too.
Okay.
That'd be good.
Okay.
And then other than that, that's it. And I'll see you guys next week, and we'll keep going. But it sounds like she's going back to hockey practice, and we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, she can do as much as she wants or the whole thing or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah, and whatever happens, we'll take it in stride.
exactly. Right. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Excellent. All right. I'll look for that text and then I'll text you back with my thoughts. Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
Super. Thanks. Bye-bye.
All right, see you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See ya. Good job today. So there you have it. As you can see, it takes some time, it takes some education, it takes some overcoming of fear, but you can get back to the activities you love, even when you've been dealing with this for years. So I'm very happy to see where Danielle is. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. If you think this is helpful, or you know someone with a teenager or someone, from 5 to 11 years old or 12 years old that could benefit from the video or working with me in pain coaching, please do share. Share this to anybody. And if you're interested in pain coaching or you're a parent looking for solutions for your child, go ahead and go to my website, thewindowpain.com, and book a free consult with me for pain coaching. And we'll talk and see if this coaching relationship could be right for you guys. Again, thank you so much for watching. And trust me, there's more to come. See you later.